Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and are you like me and I've gone back into No Man's Sky after quite some time and discovered quite a few new things happening. One of the things that I've discovered is that I have a large collection of starships that I don't really want, and so I've gone about the process of selling them, and there are some benefits to doing so, so I want to show you how to do it in case you're interested and what you can do. Now you can collect starships in various different ways, finding them crashed on planets, fixing them up, repairing them, buying them from other space travelers and exchanging them in various other ways, and then you end up with a large collection of spaceships. I think I had about 6, which I suppose isn't that large, but what I want to do is be able to sell them for profit. So an important part of this, I'm going to assume some knowledge in that you're a reasonable amount into the game and have your own capital ship, and this is the best way to do it. Now you will see this Claws of Truth ship here. That's my S-class ship, and that's actually the one I want to keep. But I have a number of others, including this small yellow one, which I want to get rid of, and that first one that you saw at the beginning. Now you can take your spaceships over to the space station and sell them with relative ease. The problem is if you're using your main ship, you obviously don't want to sell that. So what you do is go to your capital ship and find one of the ships that you don't want to use. You can see this is just a C class. It doesn't have much going on. I haven't upgraded it in any way really. I haven't made anything exciting happening here. It's worth clearing out the cargo though and making sure that everything is moved from that ship into your exosuit so it stays there and is easy to manage. Also, I would highly recommend removing anything that's unnecessary from your exosuit cargo, because when you sell the ship, it will automatically take a few things from that ship, including things that you can't currently see in the cargo on the ship, and it will force them into your exosuit inventory. So if you go to the starship, if you go to the space station with a fully loaded inventory, you'll find you can't actually sell the ship because it's getting in the way. What I'm doing here is reorganizing things, because you'll notice that I have several modules that I want to use, and some of them I don't. So I've got some C-class modules that I'm not going to use, I'm just going to sell. But the reason I want to do this is to demonstrate what happens when you sell your ship. So once you've left your capital ship and the ship that you don't want to keep, head over to the space station. You'll find a space station with relative ease in basically any area in any galaxy in No Man's Sky. It's pretty straightforward. You've probably already been there multiple times. There are ways to upgrade in various different places in the space station. It's worth visiting to upgrade your exosuit and other things. But the important point here is to be using the ship that you want to sell. Don't go here in the ship that you want to keep. So I wouldn't take my S-class here, because then that becomes a problem. Once you've done that, just land, and then we're going to head over to one of the merchants. So once you've got out of your ship on the right spot, we're basically going to head over. So now we're going to get out of the ship and go over to this side of the space station, over to the far corner. And you'll see, obviously, there are a number of different merchants here, but the one we're looking for is actually a machine, and it has an image of the starship. So you can see the starship that I just used, the one I've landed in, and when you click on here, you have the option to upgrade it. And you can also see you can claim scrap worth a certain amount of money. So basically what this is doing is, rather than selling it, it's actually destroying the ship, giving you the money for that, so you get units out of it, and then it automatically takes any of the important things off the ship and puts them in your inventory. So you'll notice a number of things popping into your inventory. The other thing you'll notice is now the next ship has appeared on that list, but more on that in a second. You'll see a number of different items in your inventory that are essentially just there for trading purposes. So you can see reinforced piping, for example, a handful of cogs and other things. Now those items are marked as only used for trade purposes, so you don't use them for anything else, so you can literally take them to the thing and sell them. But one of the things you'll notice is also another modification has popped in. So I've now got a module that wasn't there before. So now I'm going to repeat the process on the next ship that I want to get rid of and do exactly the same thing. Once again, this will destroy it, so make sure you know which ship you're destroying and don't end up destroying your main one, because that'd be really annoying to destroy your S-class, for example. But here you can see I've got a load more stuff again popping into my inventory, and now my Claws of Truth ship, which is my S-class at the moment, that I want to keep, is there on the screen. So I don't want to destroy this one. You can see it's got a lot of stuff going on there. But what you will notice is now I'm in my inventory, I have a lot more modules. These are B-class modules, and there are a number of other things in here as well. Now I could take those B-class modules and apply them to my starship, but I want to stick to S if I can and the higher ones, so not going to bother with B or C, just get rid of those. But you will notice when you hover over each of the things, like the recycled circuitry for example, there it lets you know that it's not used for anything except trading. It's no good for anything other than scrap, so you basically just take it to one of the merchants and sell it. So one of the first things to do is to find the starship merchant. So on the left hand side, again right nearby, very close, just wander over a little bit and you'll see the option to purchase upgrade modules. From here you also have the option to sell, so click on the sell and you'll see all the upgrades for your ship that you got when you broke down the other ones. And you can see I have a number of C class ones and the B class ones. So basically I'm going to go through here. This will sell them and give you nanite clusters. The nanite clusters that you gather from this can then be used to purchase more upgrade modules, and obviously you'd want to go for the S class or the higher ones, and better if you can afford it. Stick to those will be the better ones to use. But this is a good way to get more. So if you find a ship, repair it, take it to the space station, break it down, get the modules out of it, sell the modules for extra nanites, get more nanite clusters, upgrade your spaceship. So there's lots of different ways to improve your starship and its abilities. Now keep on going past all those merchants and head to the end, and you'll find yourself one of the little computers that you can sell all your gear at. So this is the repository here, and again what we're going to do is going to go into the inventory, click on the sell icon, and then you can go through and find all the things that were just for trading purposes. So these are the items that were broken down from the starship but can't be used for any important bits. So the recycled circuitry, the thermal panels, you'll notice it says component is only useful as scrap to be sold at a trade terminal. So that's exactly what we're doing. And it gets you some amount of money. You're not going to make a fortune out of this, I don't think, unless you have a lot of ships. But it will certainly help give you some extra money. So you've got multiple different ways to get money. Hopefully you found this video useful. Subscribe if you have. Let me know in the comments if you've got any tips. Thanks for watching.